Good Wednesday morning. I'm here to chat with you about happiness again along the theme that we started on Monday. I'd like to know when you'll be happy. If you have created an ideal happiness for yourself, there is a time frame or an experience or something that you have hinged your happiness on. When I was growing up, my older brother was a part of my happiness formula. I didn't think I could be happy until my older brother accepted me. Interestingly, that theme followed along into my life, and so I set on a path and a journey to find happiness through being accepted by other people and people who were close to me like my brother was. I've just recently discovered this, began to understand this about myself, that I was creating a contingent happiness plan. And I haven't truly been deep down in my heart happy. I had a great example in my father of being optimistic. Optimism is not happiness dependent. So I learned how optimism can only get me so far. And when it comes to understanding my source of happiness, even raised in a religious household, did not help me understand where to find the source of my own happiness. And so my happiness has been contingent. Underneath happiness, there's questions and reasons why people seek happiness. I was listening to a recording of an individual recently who was teaching some classes about business and building your business. And he mentioned that we have to have a reason for why we do what we do. And in understanding that, I realized we also have to have a reason to choose happiness. When it comes to my oldest son, he finds all the reasons why he's not happy. He sees all the things that don't contribute to the possibility of having happiness in his life. And the truth is, happiness is a choice, and it's a choice that we don't have to delay in our lives. I had been looking to discover the source of my own health regarding inflammation and this chronic inflammation I had been dealing with. And underlying that inflammation was a story I was telling myself about happiness, which was, I'll be happier in my marriage. My husband will be happier with me as a person if I discover the source of my inflammation, which was causing bloating, and I appear thinner. It sounds crazy, I know, but the truth is I discovered this underlying story about my happiness, which was people around me will accept me and love me more when, contingency, I appear thinner, and I was blaming the bloating on my inflammation. And then I will attain happiness. What I've discovered, and it's been a bit of a journey because it was last November, December, January, February, March, April. So it's been nearly 6 months since I discovered that happiness is a choice, and it is a choice that I am choosing or not choosing on a moment by moment basis, and I'm the one who controls whether or not there's a contingency on my happiness. So in discussing happiness with my oldest son and endeavoring to help him understand that Legos are not the source of happiness, because then everyone would buy out the Lego company, that reading is not the source of our happiness, that being successful at school is not the source of happiness, that really when we understand happiness comes from inside us, and it's a choice, and that we have the capacity to be happy no matter the circumstances, when we start from a place of happiness, our thoughts and our actions then bring about that happiness in our lives. I was pushing happiness off. Happiness was on the horizon. And the amazing thing about traveling to get to your horizon is that when you think you've arrived, there is yet another horizon. So you never actually reach the horizon you're attempting to attain, because the horizon goes on and on and on and on. So what is your event horizon? What is your happiness horizon? Bring your happiness to the now. Choose happiness in this moment, and an amazing, incredible thing will happen when you choose to be happy without contingencies. The things that were the contingencies begin happening. It's really incredible. I truly believe that our free will, which man is supposed to have above the animals, above the plants in the world, our free will to choose, is directly related to whether we're choosing happiness and fulfillment, or whether we're choosing not to be happy and not to be fulfilled. And in both situations, we get what we choose. So I'd like to encourage you on your journey to attaining and becoming your happiest version of yourself, to choose happiness today. And to help you do that, I'm very happy to provide 20-minute conversations for you to learn your life purpose, a 20-minute conversation to discover the source of a painful problem you may be experiencing. And until next time, I encourage you to find your happiness by thinking head-wise, feeling heart-wise, and moving your body-wise.